Hey guys, Daniel from Dog Club. Just thought I would jump on and make a quick video today. I wanted to talk to you about markers. Following on from my video that I released about everyone having to deal with pressure with my son going to Taekwondo. I thought this would be a good topic to sort of touch on, still related to that same story. I basically, coming home from Taekwondo, my son, I may have mentioned it yesterday, at the end of each class, they get a sticker from the teacher. And by the time he gets home, they're only cheap little stickers. So by the time he gets home, it's already peeling off. So we're getting out of the car and he showed me, Dad, stickers coming off as he always does. So I took it off his hand, and instead of just throwing it out, I decided to stick it on the back of the headrest of the seat in front, so that every time that he gets in the car, he has a memory on the day that he did so well at Taekwondo, and it's going to put him in a good state of mind. And it hit me again about the power of markers in training, right? Training any subject or in any behavior. So especially a positive marker, right? Positive reinforcement marker. The power of the marker is something that should be able to change the state of the subject, right? Whether it's a dog or a person. And the way that we use that in dog training is we either use verbal markers like yes, can be any word, right? A lot of people use clickers, right? Clickers is a marker. Whistles are a marker. It doesn't really matter the sound, but it's more so the power that we build and associate with that sound. So why this works so well in dog training or any sort of training is because it helps us build something else that has power, so we don't always have to use food, right? And when I stuck this sticker up on the headrest in my car, the sticker said number one, and it had a trophy, right? And he was super happy about getting that sticker because of his good day in Taekwondo. And the teacher said you were number one today, so he was wrapped. So it got me thinking about how else in our human lives, rather than just looking at dog training, because dog training is easy. There's only a few markers that we use, but in our human lives, how do we do this with markers, right? And the sticker was a perfect example. Now in this one he got number one, sure. Other times he gets awesome. Other times he gets good job, right? All of these are markers that we condition our children in from such a young age, right? And now the sticker is basically at a point where he's been conditioned to the markers that it has power. But if we look back at when the child, especially I can speak for my son, what do we do every time we give a child a treat, right? A treat, whether it's ice cream, lolly, whatever treat, chocolate, right? Good boy, you've earned that. I'm proud of you. Great job. All these little buzzwords or markers that we build the power of with food. So those words have such a more powerful impact when, after the conditioning process or the kid just gets older, we can start to use those behavioral markers to let the child know that they're on the right track and they're doing the right thing. And same with the dog, right? However, if one day I just started telling my son good job, and he didn't know what good job meant, and there was no association to build the power of good job, then that marker is not going to do anything. Why would he be inclined, or why would he be, what's the word I'm looking for? Motivated or enthusiastic to put out good behavior just for me to tell him good job when it does nothing for him? So we spend all this time charging markers so that they can change the state of the subject, right? And we want it to have a conditioned response, because after all those times of getting the treats paired with the marker, now the marker is going to take on the power of the food. right? And we use it with such a powerful thing like food in dog training and also with humans because it changes our neurological state. So it was just a bit of an observation that I had, and it's sort of a problem that I come into play, or that I see a lot with people that have either been to tried to do some training themselves, or may have gone to another trainer or group class, or they're not getting results. I always go back to show me your communication system with the dog. If the marker is not at a stage, or your communication with the dog is not at a stage that the dog is motivated and enthused for what it's working for and the way in which you can communicate that to the dog, then you've got no chance in hell, right? Exactly the same with children. So it's something that really needs to be focused on heavily at the start of the training process. And it's something that I've grown to have a way better understanding of the power of positive reinforcement in terms of dealing with dogs with reactivity and aggression. Just within the last couple of weeks, I've been watching a lot of content, right, from a lot of high-end trainers around the world, and actually getting a deeper understanding of the power of the tools that we have at our hands, to be able to change that state, that it's a conditioned response to change the state of the being, is such a powerful tool, right? Now, we probably don't get to that level of control or that power with humans because there's so much more options of alternate behavior or maybe alternate outcomes. But with the dogs and dog training, we make it so crystal clear that marker equals food, right? Dogs don't have much more in their life except for food, ball, affection, right? And, you know, their lives are, they're more primal than ours, right? They probably don't have as many avenues for that higher value of reinforcement. You know, I don't want to sit here and say that a dog's life is dull, because it's not a dull life if you don't make it dull, but they're things of value. There's a lot less things of value in a dog's life than there is in a child's life. If he doesn't get the reinforcement from you, he's probably going to go play with one of his toys. He'll probably go ask mum for a lolly or whatever. There's so many more avenues. If I don't give the dog the reinforcer and I say, nah, you miss out, then the dog's lost its chance until the next time I make that available for him again, or her. And that's why we can build such a more powerful response with dogs and charging markers. So just a little important thing, if you're having problems with your own dog, getting some results in training, then have a look at how strong your markers are and if you really got that conditioned response, because that charge marker is definitely something that's super important as a part of the conditioning process, so that we can then, just like we've now given that marker the power of the food, we're then going to transfer the power of the marker onto the command or behavior that we ask for. So then it becomes an automatic response just for the dog to do it. And we do that through the linking of classical conditioning, and we'll do a little video on that at another time. So your markers are super important. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to message, don't hesitate to comment, like the video, please like my page, Dog Club. You can search it on Facebook at Dog Club SA, and hope to see you all training soon. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one.